Mario Strikers Battle League was confirmed to be receiving free updates in the future, and that fact only gives me a slight amount of PTSD. But, despite the news itself being kinda disappointing, the possibilities opened up by this update model are at the very least something to be somewhat excited by. While the amount of characters or arenas we'll be receiving through these updates hasn't been officially confirmed, data mining might have given us a hint as to what to expect. By searching through the game's source code, fans were able to find mention of 10 additional characters on top of the 10 that were already in the base game. This data isn't named though, only numbered, so what characters these will be is just about anyone's guess. And that's where I come in. I'm going to do my best to accurately predict every character that'll end up joining the Battle League. Make sure to come back to this video in a year and comment about how much of a prophet I turned out to be. Let's get into it. First things first, we gotta get her out of the way. Daisy is inevitable. There is no future in which she's not part of this roster, and to take it even further, I'd be surprised if she's not the first character to be added. She's massively popular, sports games are like her thing, and she's easily the most glaring absence in the game as things currently stand. She's on her way. Hide. Hot on the trail of the queen of safe predictions herself, we have 2 more safe predictions, but things will get more interesting, I swear. Bowser Jr. and Diddy Kong were both captains in Mario Strikers Charged, and on top of that are highly popular characters, especially for Mario spin-offs. It would be baffling if they didn't return. Okay, now let's spice things up a little bit. Enough with characters who are already playable in past games. Let's talk about Professor Elvin Gadd. Professor Egad might seem like an odd pick for a Strikers game, and yeah, he kinda is. This guy's appeared in a grand total of 0 Mario sports games before, including Mario Kart, and yeah, if you're becoming playable after Cat Peach, I'd say you're doing something wrong. However, Next Level Games has a newfound connection to the man since the last Strikers game. They've developed 2 Luigi's Mansion games in that time and are single-handedly responsible for the Professor's modern characterization. On top of that, with Luigi's Mansion 3 selling over 11 million units, I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo wanted to start integrating characters from that series into more spin-offs to increase their reach. And on top of that, I love him. Put him in more stuff. These Mario sports games have a habit of throwing some random Mario enemies into the mix every now and then, so my first of a few predictions for those is Spike, who is a top 5 Mario enemy by the way. He's only here because his entire character revolves around balls, so, you know, take away the spiky one, replace it with a soccer one, and he's good to go. Or, even better, let him keep the spiky one and cause chaos and mayhem on the soon-to-be battlefield. I mean, in all honesty, that's pretty tame compared to what some of these other characters are throwing out. Pauline is great, and it feels like Nintendo's finally starting to recognize that. She was in Tennis Aces, she was in Super Rush, and she'll probably be in Strikers too. She's not my favorite, but hey, there's nothing wrong with second place. Birdo has never been a captain in Mario Strikers before, but she was a sidekick in both previous games. Just like Toad, I imagine she'll be upgraded considering she's a pretty popular choice for spin-offs. I don't really have much to say about her. Going further into the inevitable Bowser Squad members that'll show up, I think Chargin' Chuck is a pretty safe choice. He showed up in golf, a much less fitting sport for him, so it would feel like a huge missed opportunity if he didn't pull up to a sport where he can actually tackle people. But if that wasn't enough, I think I've actually found a hint at his inclusion that Nintendo's tried to keep on the down low. Now, this took a lot of digging, but after hours of intense research, I discovered that in certain regions, Mario Strikers Battle League is actually titled Mario Strikers Battle League Football. Now, this confused me at first. I mean, this is clearly soccer, so why would Nintendo... But then it hit me. Look at Chargin' Chuck. What sport does he play? Football. Clearly, Nintendo is using European copies of this game to tell us that Chargin' Chuck will be a playable character in the near future. Can't wait to see him on the field. And finally, my boldest prediction of all, the Royal Kremling himself, King K. Rool. If this game was released half a decade ago, I wouldn't have the courage to even mention his name, but Smash Ultimate gives me a tiny semblance of hope that he could start to appear in things again. After all, why even add him to Smash if you're not going to use him afterward? You hear that? K. Rool was playable in Mario Super Slugger, so there's at least precedent for him showing up in a sports spin-off game. And if there were anyone I'd trust to characterize the Croc after Mr. Sakurai himself, it'd be the incredible designers, artists, and animators down at Next Level Games. Plus, hey, maybe it can even work as a promotion for the new Donkey Kong game that Nintendo's definitely hopefully working on. Wouldn't that be something? Anyways guys, that's about it for this video. As always, I'd love to hear what you think. Are these quality predictions for Mario Strikers' incoming updates, or am I way off the mark? And what characters do you think will end up being playable? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later.